for the first half of this race. Persian Punch out well. Reminders in the very first few strides for Royal Rebel from Johnny Murtagh. They're clearly intent on waking him up today as we look down on them through the early stages of this Lonsdale Stakes. And Yorkshire is the first to show in the dark green jacket from Miss Lorelor on the inside of Persian Punch. And then behind these is Jardines Lookout up the inner. Royal Rebel is quite close early today, having been woken up leaving the stalls. Rainbow High is held up with Romantic Affair, who's last early. Also towards the rear is San Sebastian and Qaatef and Carpal Garman amongst the rear division as well. But Yorkshire is definitely intent on making this what appears to be a strong pace. He's 5 or 6 lengths clear of Persian Punch, who invariably races up with the pace himself. In third now, Royal Rebel, and this test of stamina may suit him. They covered the first quarter in just under 27 seconds and the second quarter in 24 plus, and that's very fast indeed as they run down the back straight. So Rainbow High is being held up in the early stages, he often is, and this horse tends to run very keenly. Walter's watching. How do you assess Rainbow High? Just tricky ride here.
Tricky ride, but if anyone ever can switch him off, it's Richard Hughes, and to me he looks well settled and covered up and conserving all the energy.
Third quarter was in 25 seconds, and that is still very quick, so this is going to take some getting, and it's Yorkshire that continues to make the way from Persian Punch, who's got the margin down to about 2.5 to 3 lengths. Royal Rebel in third, then Miss Lorelor up the inside of Carpal Garman. In the blue and white jacket on the outside is Qaatef, then Jardines Lookout and Rainbow High. San Sebastian on the right of frame towards the rear still with Romantic Affair as they pack up, and the pace is slowed to just under 27 seconds for the fourth quarter. And there's an indication of that slowing of the pace, because the field have drawn together now as they make the long swinging left-hand turn, and Persian Punch heading Yorkshire for the first time. Royal Rebel obliged to race 3 deep on the outside under Johnny Murtagh. The horse is running much more sweetly today than he did at Goodwood, with the visor reapplied. In fourth is Carpal Garman in Robert Sangster's blue and green silks. Qaatef is next. Rainbow High tracks these as they run down the straight, and Richard Quinn has kicked for gold on Persian Punch as he did at Goodwood last time. Carpal Garman goes into pursuit in second, then Royal Rebel, Qaatef, Jardines Lookout struggling on, but has Persian Punch stolen a march on them here? He's got 3 or 4 lengths, and we know this lolloping giant will keep galloping right to the end as they run down inside the final quarter mile, and it's Persian Punch, second in the Ascot Gold Cup, winner of the Goodwood Cup last time, winner of this race in 1998. He's still going. He's got 3 lengths. Jardines Lookout, though, is bridging the gap in second. Then Qaatef in third. Romantic Affair is 4. They're inside the final furlong. Persian Punch is being followed by Jardines Lookout on the near side. Persian Punch defiant till the bitter end and held on from Jardines Lookout. Third, Qaatef. In fourth, then San Sebastian. Romantic Affair in fifth. They were followed by Rainbow High, Royal Rebel and Carpal Garman and Miss Lorelor, and Yorkshire was tailed off. What a magnificent horse this is. This huge stayer, the 8-year-old of Jeff Smith's, who is gradually capturing the public's hearts this season with a string of heroic efforts. It has gone to a photo, but we think he's held on. The angle here at York can be tricky. Here is the evidence, and there his famous nose has landed the spoils in this Weatherby's Insurance Lonsdale Stakes. Another magnificent display, beautifully ridden by Richard Quinn, striking for home early in the straight, making full use of this horse's long raking stride and his stamina and his bottomless courage as well. I must say, 100 yards from the finish, Jardines Lookout and Mick Cannan looked as though they were going to spoil Persian Punch's party. But yet again, he's found hidden reserves, and another magnificent staying races. These cut races are worth travelling many miles to see. Mac, what about that?
Absolutely magnificent, and Michael Cannan did all he could on Jardines Lookout. The 16-1 chance, tried to come as though Persian Punch wouldn't see him, and when Persian Punch saw him, he saw off that Jardines Lookout. Persian Punch returned. The Burlington Bertie 130 favourite beat Jardines Lookout at 16-1, with Qaatef third, sent off at 7-1. The 10th favourite in 21 runnings to win it, Royal Rebel last year, and in the 90s Soleric, Double Eclipse and Further Flight, and the fourth horse to win this twice, Soleric, Double Eclipse and Further Flight, all in the 90s. And of course Richard Quinn was aboard when Persian Punch won this, trained by David Ellsworth, of course, 3 years ago.